Install the nut plates, part number E00-7100, inside the tail boom. Use a small bit to drill a pilot hole for the screws and countersink the holes. Open holes in the spar on both horizontal fins to a number 10 drill bit. Note: holes are being drilled with fin removed from the tail boom for clarity. Holes should be match drilled with horizontal trim fins on the tail boom. Attach the winglets to the fin using a 2-part epoxy to bond the wood end plug to both pieces. Peel back the protective film from the aluminum. Attach the winglets to the fin, using a 2-part epoxy to bond the wood end plug to both pieces. Secure each winglet with 16 countersunk wood screws. After the epoxy has cured, sand the fin in the area to be bonded. Apply 2 layers of fiberglass cloth and resin over the seam. When dry, sand the fiberglassed area. Fill any low spots with Bondo and sand smooth. This is an overall view of the completed horizontal trim fin with winglets installed. Use the end of the vertical fin as a template for the wood end plugs. Again, use a 7/8 inch diameter piece of tubing to maintain the proper shape of the airfoil. Cut out and fit 2 pieces of wood for the end plugs on the bottom of the fin. Use blade glue and wood screws to hold in place. Use a small bit to drill the pilot hole and countersink the screw head. When countersinking, be careful not to go too deep into the material. Cut out and fit the end plug on top. Contour the edges of the top block. Secure with wood screws and epoxy. Fabricate the vertical tail fin bracket using template E09-1. Do not drill any holes on the template at this time. When bending, be sure to make a radius in the bends. One way to do this is to bend the part over a piece of aluminum scrap material. It's suggested to use heat, oxygen acetylene torch, when bending of the material. Allow to air cool only. Do not quench in water. Note: the vertical trim fin bracket must be vertically level or 90 degrees to the ground. Use Cleco clamps to locate the bracket position. Check the fit using the protractor level. The bracket will be secured to the tail boom with bolt holes drilled through the fourth bulkhead. Drill a hole in the bracket first. Then drill the bulkhead using a bracket as a template. Note: Use caution when locating the 3/16" bolt hole. The bolt holes must be positioned so the washer and nut can be installed so they will not interfere with the bulkhead flange. The correct mounting position of the vertical trim fin should align with this seam with the center line of the tail boom. Mark the center line with a string on the tail boom for reference when positioning the vertical trim fin. The 2/4" bolt holes that secure the vertical trim fin to the bracket must pass through the spar. Note: hole location in the bracket must allow for washers and lock nuts. Verify there is adequate clearance between the bracket and tail boom skin. Drill holes in the fin first, then transfer the holes to the bracket. Install the trim fin assembly with 2/4" bolts and spacers. Fabricate the rear vertical trim fin bracket using template E09-2. Do not drill the holes in the template at this time. Check the fit against the tail boom. The rear bracket will be secured to the tail boom with 3/16" bolts. The bolt holes must pass through the stringers as shown. Install the bracket and locate the hole for the vertical fin as shown. Later, when the main shaft is installed, you'll be shown how to align the cord line of the airfoil to 15 to 16 inches from the center of the main shaft to the pilot side of the ship.